This is Padster00. This is my 2007 EX250. Bought it with about 10,000 miles on it. I've already put, like, as you can see there, a little over 3,000. Came with stock turn signals. I replaced those with these carbon fiber flush mounts. I don't really care for the carbon fiber, but I don't think it looks bad either. Those are like 20 bucks on eBay. Since Asian Cycle went out of business, this is about the best you can do, and I don't mind them. I mean, I painted bulbs because the amber bulbs for this size are hard to find, but they look cool. So the wiring is pretty crazy in there. Replaced the front tire with a Sport Demon, the Pirelli Sport Demon. I love that tire. It's awesome. Huge difference from the stock. As you can see, the first owner dropped it and scraped up some over here. He probably left it outside too, because you can see some rust on the exhaust, and also he dropped it over here. Hopefully I can replace this pretty soon, just to slip on. I mean, if I could replace the whole header, like the whole headers, that would be awesome too, but I don't really care. I mean, it's a used bike. That's going to happen. This one looks okay. I mean, I don't feel like replacing this one. It's got a couple scuffs over here, but that's not really a big deal to me. I mean, when you get a used bike, like this is my first bike. When you get a used bike, it's going to come with, you know, scuffs and just stuff from everyday usage. But I do want to paint those scuffs on the other side. And hopefully I can replace this. See how, I don't know if you can see that this is cracked. It's kind of dark over here. But hopefully I can buy one of these on eBay for, like, one guy has one listed right now for 70 bucks, which isn't too bad. I also eliminated the rear fender. I actually just cut it. As you can see, it doesn't look pretty. I did it with a jigsaw, but I didn't want to eliminate this whole thing because, you know, like whatever water and stuff can get under there from the tire, it can be really damaging. So I left these turn signals. The previous owner had these carbon fibers attached to the original fender. Like, I don't know, just kind of relocated it a little bit. I don't know, I just thought it would look too plain were I to relocate the turn signals into these pods over here. So I didn't do that. But I like the way it looks. I've been really pleased with this bike. Personally, I like this style better than the new style. Because that's just me. I like the standard look for the bike better than like the crotch rocket. This is still kind of a crotch rocket, I guess, but to me it looks more standard. So I love this bike. So if you're thinking about buying a bike, you could definitely get a 250. I mean, the engine is the same from what I've heard on the new model as well, so I could speak to that also. It rides amazing. It's really forgiving. Like if you ever slip up on the clutch, this bike's not going to take off on you like another bike would. And I don't know if you can see, this has a crack right here on the windscreen. I bought one of Mike's Shields at mikeshields.com. I'll put a link underneath the video. Hopefully hopefully I can make another video just telling you guys about the quality of it. I do not like the stock shield. When you're sitting on it, it goes right into your chest or at your face, depending on how tall you are. I don't think it would ever send air right over a rider. So yeah, it's pretty bad. I do not really like it. So trying to replace that. This one I bought was only 45 bucks, which wasn't bad, and it's brand new. It's about the same size, but I'm hoping it'll be more curved at the top. As you can see, this one is almost like it's barely even curved. Like it's just gonna come, the air just comes flat up over here and just goes right into your face. I mean, if you tuck in, you're not gonna feel anything, but it's pretty bad. I mean, if you're going on the highway like against the wind, you're gonna feel blown around pretty big time if you're not tucked in. And it's not always comfortable to tuck in because this bike wasn't made for that. As you can see, the handlebars are pretty raised. So, unlike a sport bike where you would be like this, on this bike you're going to be, it's more of a touring style. Here, I'll even sit on it. So, instead of actually being able to go like this and you know, have a more natural feel and have the handlebar kind of down here, which is way more comfortable when you're tucked in. Instead you're going to have your hands up here, and it's, I don't know, it could be kind of bearing on the elbows. Like your elbows are going to be really, I don't know, just awkward. So I'd really just rather have a bigger windscreen. So the next windscreen I guess is more of a touring windscreen, and it's about this tall, I guess. Maybe a little bit bigger, and we'll see how that works. That's like $65. So it's, I mean, the price is included with the shipping, so it's really not too bad of a deal. I mean, hopefully the quality is good, and I assume it is because that guy's got pretty good reviews in the EX250 community. I also want to replace these mirrors. I'm still torn on whether I actually want to or not. With those more updated mirrors, it's like a single stock up to the mirror, and then the mirror just turns instead of having these huge hinges. I mean, these are just kind of outdated mirrors, as you can see. It's just, you can tell this bike was made in the 80s, like it's an 88 to 07 model, and you can just, the mirrors give it away right away. So, yeah, it's not that much fun to say like, hey, my bike is flat out of the 80s. So, I mean, there's little things you can do, like eliminating the fender, updates a little bit, the turn signals update it. I mean, the previous turn signals stick out like, you know, probably like a whole foot over here, and that can actually be pretty detrimental. You think it saves your fender, but it doesn't. It'll actually just help destroy it. Especially if you have this plate in on your stock signal, this metal plate that keeps it, this from popping in and out. Hold on, there's a huge truck coming by. So anyways, there's a, yeah, if you have that metal plate in, it will actually probably crack this whole thing if you still have your stock turn signal in and you don't have that plate taken out. If you drop your bike and it lands on the mirror, it will probably push in and crack like everything around here. So flush mounts are a good idea to save your plastic. As much as you think like, oh man, I'm going to get like scuffs like this, maybe the turn signal will help save it, it won't. I mean, the previous driver dropped it, the previous owner, sorry, dropped it, and look at it. I mean, I think every rider has this mark, at least on one side of his bike, with a 250. So obviously the mirror did not save it, but thank goodness it did not crack this whole thing. So hopefully I can paint this with the Colorite paint. I really don't want to make it look like, I really don't want to buy the paint from anywhere else. I want to get a direct match because I don't want to have like a sky blue paint job over here when the rest of the bike is plasma blue. So yeah, but anyway, that's my bike. I definitely recommend the Sport Demon for anybody. You know, if you don't like what I've done cosmetically to the bike, I would definitely recommend the Sport Demon. It was about $70, and if you go to like a shop that knows a little bit about what they're doing, like a small cycle shop as opposed to like the dealer, he'll probably do it for around $30 or $40 and actually put it on for you. So I didn't think that was too bad. So $100 to replace my front tire. And I'm going to replace the back one soon. This still has a stock one. And you can actually feel it slipping. You know, I don't know. Like, especially when it's wet. It's getting a little low. It's not too bad. Like, I don't absolutely have to replace it, but I really want to because those tires just suck, like, especially when it's wet. They provide no grip. But alright, that's my bike. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Ask any questions that you want about the 250, and I'll try to answer them. I've owned the bike for about 3 months, and I've learned a ton, especially from Ninja250.org, and I'll put a link to that. Guide you through anything. But alright, thanks for watching.